I'm going to paint a poinsettia card today. Drop in some water, activate my paints. I'm going to be using Quinacridone Rose, transparent yellow, Phthalo Green, and Ultramarine Blue. Also in my palette I have Potter's Pink and Burnt Sienna. Mix up some greens with my Phthalo Green, some yellow. That makes a really bright green. I'm going to start in the center. You can make red with the pink, the Quinacridone Rose, and yellow. I think I'm going to add in a little bit more of the pink. Just use a little brush, make little lines. I'm just going to wet my petal first. I think we're going to start with this little guy here. And just drop in some pink. Okay, now while it's still wet, I'm going to scrape in some lines and let it dry. Okay, we're going to wet most of it. So this side over here is going to be the lighter side and darker over here. And just a little bit of yellow. I use a cut up credit card to scrape in the lines. Painting in some water lines, not the whole thing this time. I'm trying to leave some white areas for the pillowy texture some of the petals have. So I want to get it around the edges though. I think I'm going to drop a little bit of yellow into that as well. Little one over here is going to be catching a lot of light. Now painting in some water but leaving some white spaces. And catching the edges. Gonna get this wet. I want this one to be darker because it's underneath the other two. I'm just going to paint in some darker red where there will be the lighter pinker ones on top of it. And kind of blend those two together. I think I'm going to add some green at the very end here. I'm just going to continue to work my way around the flower, keeping the lighter ones on top and the darker ones underneath. Mixing in some burnt sienna with the red to make it a little bit darker. You can soften the edges with a clean, damp brush. Take a small brush, dip it in some water, tap it a little bit through, pick up a white line. Let's get some plain water, bleed that out, and just thin down that center vein. Okay, now at the end here, I'll put in some red. There's some pink. I'm going to add in some darks. So the top one pops and you get an interesting shadow on the bottom. And you can tell that this one, it raises it up off of the one below it. Let's give this one here a shadow as well. Give a darker shadow to this one over here. Okay, this one up here, more separation. And there we have a pretty pink poinsettia card.